Faris.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. There is no greater priority for me than the jobs and livelihoods of my constituents, and it has been the most anxiety-inducing aspect of the last year, watching unemployment nearly triple in my constituency, notwithstanding the nearly 22,000 people whose wages were supported by furlough. And that is why I'd like to start by welcoming the measures in the Queen's speech that go to jobs, and in particular to our ambitions in science and technology as it applies to defence, as it applies to healthcare, and as it applies to telecommunications. And in addition, the huge R&D opportunities that will come from the ARIA bill and the opportunities they will create for people in West Berkshire. And let me start by saying that the vote of confidence that the government has expressed in those industries is already reflected in recruitment decisions. At the Atomic Weapons Establishment in Aldermaston, where they're tasked with developing the new warhead, 300 jobs are being created. A new test and validation laboratory at Vodafone's headquarters in Newbury, another 30 jobs coming. At the Harwell Science Park, just up the road from us, where they've opened the Vaccine Manufacturing and Innovation Centre, but also have plans for bioscience, for AI, for genomics, there is the prospect of another 5,000 new jobs in the coming years. The Labour Party sometimes, in fact always, describes itself as the party of the working people, but often this feels like it's rooted in the old, industrialised, unionised industries. What are the people who do these high-skilled, high-paid jobs if they're not also working people? And what is a one-nation Conservative government for if it is not to make sure that the opportunities in those jobs are as accessible if you are old or young, male or female, or resident in any part of the country? We in Newbury measure our success in part by the success of the students at Newbury College who provide our best local apprentices, whether that's in green energy or technology or engineering. But all these courses are brand new to the college. There are many who live locally who wouldn't have had the same opportunities. That is why I fully support the Lifetime Skills Guarantee and the supporting loan entitlement to give workers the chance to develop new skills irrespective of age, and may I add, irrespective of gender. Because in this brave new world of science and tech, we know that women have been historically underrepresented, often because of educational choices they made when they were at school, and therefore it is crucial that further training opportunities are available to them so they have an equal opportunity to seize the chances. If there was one thing for me that was missing in the focus on jobs, it was about, I think, a new solution for childcare that has been revealed, particularly in the course of the last year. And I look forward to speaking to ministers in the Treasury in the coming days about what I think this ought to look like. Madam Deputy Speaker, you'll forgive me if I end very briefly by swerving onto the territory of the Home Office, because another very notable mention in the Queen's speech was about the safety of women and girls. And this is a work in progress for the government. The government has done such important work in this area, and it deserves credit for its unflinching approach to things like stalking, to creating new offences to some of the most pernicious forms of domestic abuse, and to tackling new crimes on sexual violence that protect the Tinder generation, when for too long we were too embarrassed to talk about it. But serious issues remain about the safety of women in public, about street harassment, and most recently about what happens to girls at school and the sexual exploitation that they have experienced. So I look forward to supporting the Home Secretary's work on it this year, and I look forward to the strategy on violence against women and girls that's going to be published in the autumn.